This is Dabu 7. Today we get word of a major DDoS attack that has targeted Lithuania's national network infrastructure. And this is more than a week after EU sanctions took effect for Kaliningrad. And this is a little area that Russia controls next to Poland, between Poland and Lithuania. And Lithuania is serving as really the only area that they can use to go through Belarus and into Kaliningrad. They have stopped ferrous metals, steel, and other things that the EU has banned. The group claiming responsibility for this is calling themselves KillNet. They have stated that this is in retaliation for the blockade in Kaliningrad. So at this point, the threats are out there where they're being DDoS attacked, and they're saying that it's very likely in the days to come that this will get more intense. And they're saying you should expect them to get targeted in the transportation sector, financial sectors, and energy sector. This is one to watch, because if these guys were openly, brazenly attacking these type of sectors and infrastructure, they could well get the rap for targeting other places or other events. Anytime I start to see these mystery groups come out the shadows and start targeting sectors like this, this could affect us all, especially when it comes to the money and the financial sector and the energy. So I'll continue to update on this as I get more information, but this is what's gone down in Lithuania. The results of this massive DDoS attack from this KillNet group. Join me on the live streams tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we cover this censorship-free. Much love.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawada from the Men of Valor Camp here in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video on sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. Got some breaking news right here. All right, got a couple things to go into. All right, but this is going to be more like a war news segment. All right, war news video. All right, you know, basically focusing on World War III and its build up and what's going on with Russia. All right, and once again, as you know, we brought out videos before. All right, Russia, all right, is back in that good old bear spirit, man. All right, the Lord has put the hooks into the jaws of God, you know, which is Russia in the scriptures. And hey, you know, basically the Lord is steering them toward World War III. All right, that's what we see. So we have you know, a couple updates, and I'm gonna play some of this video. Actually, this guy, he had some more news. You have NATO actually activating $300,000 soldiers, increasing it from 40,000. It was 40,000. Now it's 300,000. All right, to and basically putting them on high alert. So let me see if I can start here. Play some of this. We're going to get some scriptures. Also have a couple articles. But this is, you know, just a you know, war news update.
Indian Air Force, a military spokesman said, the commandos are not in the front line with Ukrainian troops and instead advise from headquarters in other parts of the country or remotely through encrypted communications, according to U.S. and other Western officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity. But the signs of covert logistics, training, and intelligence are palatable on the battlefield. Several Ukrainian commanders have been recently expressed their appreciation to the United States for the information gathered from satellite imagery, which they can use on a tablet computers provided by NATO countries. The tablets run a battlefield mapping application used by Ukrainians to target and attack Russian troops. So folks, listen. Our president, Joe Biden, has lied. American Special Forces, French Special Forces, British Special Forces, Canadian Special Forces have been operating in Ukraine from day one. The CIA is actively giving Ukraine the coordinates to Russian fortifications. Folks, we are already fighting Russia. This is a covert war that is fixing to go overt. From being undercover, now from this announcement of Jens Stoltenberg of sending over 300,000 soldiers, folks, this is going to be larger than the Iraqi war. But by the time it is over, we're going to see the amount of troops that is going to be deployed to Europe is going to dwarf the Iraqi war that we waged against Saddam Hussein. Now, most of these troops are going to be from the United States. Do you realize that? Most of these 300,000 troops or more is going to be coming from the land of apple pie Chevrolet, the United States of America, because
I'm gonna stop it right there for a second. Let's get some scriptures, and that's the spirit, all right? Because I've been saying this. I mean, what the scriptures say first and foremost, but the spirit was on me to mention this not too long ago, going into a shortage of men, you know, with that whole little mixer, you know, and all the you know, Keisha showed up and no men showed up. All right, but this is also prophetic. All right, 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 33 says, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, and the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. And what war is being pretty much prepared as we speak, which is the will of the Lord, World War III. All right, behold, the second woe is past, and the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and hey, make no mistake about it, we're in World War III, man. All right, now we know the latter end of World War III is going to be that burning and fuel of fire, the thermonuclear destructions, where all these different countries that have nuclear missiles are going to end up shooting their missiles on America, Babylon the Great, and it's not going to take long to do. All right, there's only a couple major prophecies left to be fulfilled before Yahweh Shah returns and redeems the elect. All right, you have one of them in the MOTB, all right, this new system, and that charagma being placed under the skin. All right, Esau causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free of bond, to receive that. And after that, man, it's fair game, man. You know, in the middle of that, in the midst of all that, you're going to have the famines and all hell breaking loose, Jacob's trouble, a time like never before, great persecution. All right, but these are the last couple major prophecies, man, and that's the spirit that you should be in. You know, we should be occupied in prophecy. You know, everybody, you know, people are worried about whatever they're worried about. There's so much else going on. You know, this ain't the time to be getting weak in the spirit. This isn't the time to be holding grudges. All right, this is the time to be fully immersed in prophecy, man, because prophecy is being fulfilled. If you're worried about everything else that's going on that doesn't even fucking matter, all right, this day is going to overtake you as a thief. The Lord said, behold, I come as a thief, man. All right, Yahweh Shah is going to come back as a thief in the night. But blessed is he that watches. You know, we're commanded to watch as well as pray. And how are we watching? As the watchmen of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, the seers, the prophets. All right, when these, we keep up with the news, man. Okay? Monday is, you know, if you've been watching, which the most people, they just been going on about their day. All right, most of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, were reacting and worried about what the hell happened at the BET Awards last night, which is a fucking distraction. But guess what happened today? You had a major cyber attack, all right, in Lithuania, all right, which is a NATO-backed country. They're in NATO, all right, over this Kaliningrad blockade, all right, because basically what it, you know, if you look at the map, Kaliningrad is a space like it was mentioned, between what was it, Lithuania and Poland, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually Russian territory, and they've been sending, you know, missiles or whatever to this area. You know, they may have an army base or, you know, military bases and whatnot there, and Lithuania has been blocking it, and this was a retaliation. So you have a Russian-backed hacking group called Killnet that actually. They're claiming that they did this, right? So it probably came from Russia. And, you know, we're going to wait and see what the retaliation is. But also you have what? NATO, you know, putting 300,000 troops on high alert. The Lord is waking up the mighty men, you know, telling them to what? To prepare war. Lord willing, I grabbed it. Actually, let's go ahead and do it. No, but I brought this out, 2 Ezra 16, because of what this guy was just going into about most of these soldiers, all right, because under Article 5, all right, Lithuania, although it may be a small country, all right, under their Article 5 agreement, if one country is attacked, all right, all the countries must get involved. Most of these NATO troops are going to come from America, okay? And if Russia clicks up, which we know through the spirit they will, Russia's going to click up with, with North Korea and China, right? These countries have hundreds of thousands of soldiers, man. China has a 1 million-man army. So what's going to happen? There's going to be a draft. All right, we've been saying that through the spirit, and now they have legislation where not only men can get drafted, but women can get drafted as well. All right, but in this scripture here, these women, there's going to be a shortage of men. These women are going to be mourning, not being able to find any. It's going to be a shortage of men, just to put it plainly. And that's why the Lord is going to make an Israelite man that knows who he is, all right, a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, more precious than fine gold in that day. All right, because hey, the men that are going to be here, they're going to be through. They're going to be through. So a lot of these people are about to get drafted. Them mobilizing all those troops, and they're going to mobilize more through the spirit. All right, because a direct conflict with Russia is coming. All right, but it's not going to be like World War I or World War II where it was just back and forth here and there. You know, it's not going to be like World War I where they're just in the damn trenches. No. All right, according to this right here, let's grab it. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this, all right, this war, World War III, shall be with burning and fuel of fire, that nuclear fire. Malachi 4 and 1. Behold, the day come that shall burn as an oven. All right, Second Peter 3 and 10. You know, the elements are going to be melted with fervent heat. All right, what can cause that? As it says in Jeremiah, let's get it. I'm just jumping around, but these are scriptures that we know. All right, but this is how we know that this war is going to end in a nuclear war. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord created the smith that bloweth the coals, and these modern day smiths are these nuclear scientists, learning how to split atoms and whatnot and create these nuclear bombs. All right, that's that waster to destroy. That's that waster that's going to be used, all right, to destroy America, Babylon the Great. Okay? That lake that burneth with fire and brimstone, the second death, that's going to be here in America, man. There's no place where you burn it for all eternity. There's no physical hell. All right, this place is going to be nuked off the face of the earth. And we see the things that are happening and prophecy coming together. All right, all according to the will of the Lord. But if you ain't focusing on it, you'll miss it. You'll miss it, man. All right, so it's major news, breaking news, man. I do have these articles. I'll just skim through them, just to prove, the scriptures do say prove all things. We're not just going to take, even though these guys have been on point, whenever I see information like that come out, I like to go and see, where they got it from. So War News 24/7, and this, these are updates. It's in Greek. It's a Greek site, but you can translate it to English. But they're always on point. So you have right here, like it says, global developments. China, Russia announced new financial system, and that's another big thing, showing that they're about to do away with this fiat currency of the petrodollar. The U.S. dollar is losing its supremacy, and that's going to be a guidelines for America to go to war as well. They don't want to lose that power. All right, we see that a shift is changing. The Lord is allowing this shift, all right, because he's going to use Russia and China and these countries to destroy America. All right, but these countries believe in their mind, they're deceived to think that they have next. So the Lord is making them do these different things. Proverbs 21, a king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and as rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. The Lord is making these nations do that because they think they have next, but really, this is all for Israel. All right, the nation that's going to rule when America falls is going to be the kingdom of Israel, man. Okay, under our Lord Yahweh Shah first and foremost. But it says global developments. China, Russia announced new financial system and currency. It says the debt repayments and dollars stop. You see that? So then you have some more news right here. Military engagement of NATO commandos with Russia in Ukraine. Russian bases hit with HIMARS, all right, which, you know, Russia said if America would be, or if Russia gets hit, any of their territory gets hit with these weapons that are sent from America, they're gonna retaliate, you know, and this could be a part of that. NATO puts 300,000 troops on alert, and it's up from 40,000. So they went from 40,000 to 300,000. They wouldn't be doing this unless it was about to get serious out here, man. And that's what we see through the spirit. And right here, and this is live updates from CNN. Pro-Russia hackers claim responsibility for intense ongoing cyber attack against Lithuania's websites. It says an intense ongoing cyber attack has hit the websites on government agencies and private firms in Lithuania, the Baltic country's defense ministry said Monday. A Russian-speaking hacking group known as Killnet claims responsibility for at least some of the hacks, saying they were in retaliation for Lithuania blocking the shipment of some goods to the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad, which is wedged between Lithuania and Poland. So it is between Lithuania and Poland. Monday's cyber attacks were aimed and part of Lithuania's secret data transfer network, a communications network for government's officials that is built to withstand war and other crises, according to the defense ministry. It says part of the secure national data transfer market, users have been unable to access services. Work is in progress to restore it to normal. Lithuania's National Cyber Security Center said in a statement issued by the defense ministry. It is highly possible that such or even more intense attacks will come into the coming days, especially against the communications, energy, and financial sectors. And Russia probably has some shit that can, you know, cut off our, you know, communications, cut the internet, so to speak, which would be the Lord fulfilling prophecy once again. The coming of the famine of the hearing, it's like the coming famine of the hearing of the words of Yahweh Shema Bashar is going to come to pass. Amos 8 and 11. You know, all these scriptures we know, we constantly bring out these scriptures and we see it coming to pass. Okay, and we're warning our people, this is the time we in, man. This is a very serious time, man, a time of war. We in that time of war, man. World War III is popping like popcorn, man. All right? They about to take it there. We know, of course, before those missiles fly, that MOTB is going to be fully implemented throughout the earth. All right, and you know, you're going to have a lot of people on the earth, in the world that are going to bow down to Esau and allow him to be a god over him, so to speak. That's what we see. You know, Lord willing, the Lord's elect, all right, are preserved from that. You know, the Lord said he would keep us from the hour of temptation, but these things are coming quickly, man. I did a video just yesterday speaking about blackouts and whatnot, man. Hey, they could go ahead and do a blackout here and say it was Russia. They could do an EMP attack and say it was Russia, man. So they can go ahead and speed this bad boy up. You know, those famines, of course, are still going to be intensified. All these things coming to pass, man. There's so much going on, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. We're glad that it's happening. We're one day closer to the salvation of the elect of the house of Israel, man. And Lord willing, we be of that fold. So, hey, you know, cyber attacks, troop mobilizations, and they're saying they're going to retaliate. You know, there's going to be retaliations, and there's going to be more attacks, and it's going to go back and forth. So the Lord can speed this thing up quickly. And Lord willing, he does, man. So I just want to do some, you know, bring out some information on this. Lord willing, is edifying. You know, if more information comes, more breaking news, Lord willing, I can bring it out. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakakradash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.